I just don't understand why everyone thinks that Blue Box Studios is a scamming studio. It's not like we've done this half a dozen times before. Oh, wait, we have. Oops. Yeah. Look over there. Skip it up and that up. So, Blue Box Studios just recently released their abandoned demo. I don't even know if it deserves air quotes on the PlayStation 5. And it is literally, we're going to show the footage again. This is it. This is it. A man walking, you just see his legs and his feet, and it looks like he may just be walking to take a dump. That was the demo. I'm not even exaggerating in the slightest. Needless to say, people were annoyed. They were pissed. They looked into the history, which we'll talk about again in a minute, of Blue Box Studios. And they're like, we're seeing a pattern here, and it doesn't look good. Well, head of Blue Box Studios, Kasa Haraman, if I said his name right. Nope, I didn't at all.
You blew it.
Well, the head of Blue Box Game Studios, Hassan Kahraman, was talking to NME.com, and he was like, I don't understand why everyone considers us scammers. It's just weird. We're a pretty reputable company. I swear. This is what he had to say to them. I'll read it to you. Then I'll give evidence as to why people think they're a fraudulent studio, and then we'll discuss, because that's what we do here. During an interview with NME, Kahraman responded to claims that the studio is scamming people with failed game launches. There is this confusion going on that people say, like, yeah, the guys from Blue Box, they're scammers. They use their games to get money or something, to get funds. With Rewind, we did a Kickstarter, then we had a private investor, and the game got canceled a year later because we needed more funds. People are saying that we use that to keep the funds, but that doesn't make any sense because the funds would then be returned to the investor, right? If you don't return it, then it becomes debt. An investor isn't going to say, well, here's the money. If it doesn't work out, just keep it. It doesn't work that way. I'm just trying to figure out how we are scammers. Then he goes on to talk about the mobile game that was supposed to come out called The Haunting. This is what he had to say about that. It had a lot of bugs and it felt really broken. It didn't feel right. At that point, we were like, you know what? We're not going to let people pay for this. So we reached out to Valve and asked, could we just disable the purchase option on Steam? And now with the studio focusing solely on Abandon as their main project, The Haunting development has slipped to the wayside. Another game, again, that has slipped to the wayside by Blue Box Game Studios. This is what he had to say about that. We need to finish the game and then put it all behind us. People are now calling us scammers because they're like, yeah, you have an unfinished game and let people pay for it. That is the last thing we want to do. That is absolutely not why we're here in the industry. And Hassan Kahraman went on to say how he wants everyone around the world to be treated fairly with his Abandon experience demo. That was not a demo. It wasn't even a tech demo. It wasn't even a proof of concept. This is what he had to say about that. I don't get where this guy is coming from. It's really weird. The real-time experience app for PlayStation 5, Sony was like, in certain countries, for example, Germany, you can't put it free on the store because there are laws. They suggested the best thing we could do is charge 25 cents. But I was like, no, that's unfair for our customers because the world will get it for free, but Germans would have to pay for it, and that didn't feel right. And he said, hey, I'm going to bring the app to PlayStation Plus. Eureka. There you go. Boom. Now no one has to pay for whatever the hell the Abandon app was. It's not a demo. Continuing on. I don't want people to be treated unfairly. Then at the end to be labeled as a scammer, that is really painful, and I'm really depressed. I don't sleep well. I don't eat well. It really bothers me. And he says that team members at Blue Box Game Studios are also having issues because of what happened, which this is understandable, but they shouldn't have released the app that they released. But let me read this as well. Team members of Blue Box and also freelancers we work with, they don't feel comfortable to show their faces right now. It's not fun being labeled as a scammer, right? So yeah, that's the reason why people don't feel comfortable right now showing their faces or even publicly announcing that they're involved with Abandon. I'm really depressed right now. I can't sleep. I can't eat. The biggest thing that's bugging me is just that people are labeling us as scammers. That is the big thing that really, really hurts me, because that is not my intention at all, you know? We're just here to make games that people enjoy. And now, again, you're seeing the list on the screen. There's over half a dozen products here that never fully came to fruition from Blue Box Game Studios. Hassan, gee, I have no idea why anyone would think that you're scamming people. And I'm not even saying that they were scamming people, but it shows that they don't have a level of competency that they should have. I think that's the right word. We'll go with it, though. You seem incompetent. Why do you think people find this out about your history? And then another game falls into that void, and you come out with an experience demo for Abandon, which is literally someone taking 3 steps, and then you're trying to flip it and make it like, oh, we released it through PlayStation Plus, so everyone gets treated fairly, because we don't want them to pay a goddamn quarter. Well, bless your heart. I'm glad I got to see a guy taking 3 steps for free. I hope the dump that he went to take was a satisfying dump, and he felt relief after he pushed out that turd. Come on, man. Now, look, you may not be scamming anybody, and you may have intentions to release these games, but your track record right now sucks. And of course, people are going to look at that. Let's keep it real. People look at that with me. Oh, Rich says he's going to review something. Let me look at my watch and hold my breath. Eventually, I end up doing it, but it may take an extra year or so. But we reap what we sow. I can't expect people to act a different way and be like, oh, this time Rich is going to get that review in a timely manner. Because I never do. Because I never do. And they're going to look at your studio the same way. Oh wow, look at the track record of games that never came to fruition. But Abandon, with the horrible demo that they released, sure is going to be the one that changes everything. And it may very well be. But right now it looks like it's going to fall into the endless void of other unfinished failed products that you attempted to put out. And that's why people are angry right now. That was like, it looked like it was a troll. Why would you even release that awful, awful, awful experience, the footstep experience on PlayStation 5? Why would you do that? What were you thinking? So look, you know what? I'll even go with, they aren't looking to scam people, but they need to get their crap together, man, because this is not good optics at all. Trust me, I know. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.